All right, everybody, Vic Michelucci here. Thank you so much for joining us live, and you probably have seen the coverage either on our website, News4JAX.com, on our app, on social media, or on TV from early this morning. In fact, we had our first reports last night about 11 o'clock. So let me give you some perspective about this fire. Right now, it is... Hang on, I'm getting a lot of messages on my watch. It is 11:35 in the morning, so this has been going since about 9:30 last night, Sunday night into Monday morning. Hundreds of firefighters have been through here. At one time, there were about 110 firefighters on the scene. More are coming. The ones that fought it throughout the night and early this morning, some of them have been relieved. They get to go back, rest, and then they're probably going to come back here. I was just talking to a captain with JFRD, and he says, we're preparing for the long haul here, meaning this is going to be days. So they want to make sure that they have all the resources possible. They want to have everything lined up because this is going to be a big firefight. We want to take you live here and show you. If you watched this morning, you would have noticed that we were much, much closer, right? And we had really dramatic video, and we could hear it and we could see it. In fact, we were getting smoke in our faces. We were getting the water from the fire hoses. Well, we're back further, and that's because Jacksonville firefighters and police asked us to move back because there is that risk of this entire building collapsing, and it could collapse as far out as high as it is. What does that mean? Well, this is about 80 feet up in the sky, which means that a wall could fall 80 feet over. So they're starting to back up some of the fire trucks. They're trying to move some of the firefighters back, do whatever they can to make sure that if something does happen, if there is a collapse, if a wall comes down, if something decides to cave in, they're going to be ready and that people are going to be out of harm's way. So you can see it is still smoking. We haven't seen flames in probably about 30 minutes, but definitely if you've got that dark, thick smoke, it is very hot, so it's still flaming in there. They're using ladder trucks. That's really most of the attack. Thousands of gallons of water per minute. And this has been running since last night. So we are talking about so much water that they are putting in to try to suppress this fire. This is a 247-foot, 247-unit apartment complex. It was supposed to open by March 1st. Some people were going to be allowed to move in by February. That's not going to happen. A lot of people are calling this a total loss right now, which means it's not livable. It will probably have to get demolished if it doesn't cave in on its own. Yes, it's going to be an eyesore for downtown. Yes, it's going to be a problem. Yes, it's going to cost even more money. Let me give you some perspective here. So Hunter Vaughn is the photojournalist that I've been working with since early this morning. Hunter, if we can, let's kind of come out here, and I want to show people where we are. Okay, so this is that main entrance for VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Okay, you know it. You've probably been to a concert or a game or circus or something there. This is A. Philip Randolph. Down there you have Adams Street. This is 121 Financial Ballpark. So that's where the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp play. And then beyond this, you have the Jaguars Stadium, Everbank Stadium. So this is right in the heart of the Downtown Jacksonville Sports District, sports and entertainment, a place that the city, the Jaguars, these teams have really been investing in, and this is a big blow. So this is a bad day for Jacksonville. I do want to talk about the good things. The good things are nobody was in there that we know of, okay? So nobody was hurt. And then also nobody had their furniture in there. Nobody moved in. Some people had already signed leases, but nobody had moved in officially. So we don't know what's going to happen with their leases. Hopefully they get all their money back. This is obviously going to be a long insurance process because this was, I was told, like $65 million to build, and some of that came from the city. Now, I've been posting on social media, and a lot of people want to know who's at fault? What happened here? Who did this? Well, the reality is it's too soon to know. The state fire marshal has been here throughout the night. We're still waiting on those details. Why did it start? We don't know. Did somebody do something bad for this to start? It doesn't seem like it's criminal. They're not looking at it like that. But You have to look at the workmanship, at the construction crews, at the contractors. All of those are questions now that we have to look at. Was this inspected recently? Was there a working fire and sprinkler system in there? What were the permits like? Did the city come by? Did they find any code violations? These are all questions that we have, things that we are trying to get answered for you. But obviously, right now, the priority from the city, from firefighters, is to get this thing put out and then see what's going to happen with the structural integrity, because it's going to be very, very concerning if they're going to have to still worry about fighting this fire and having the potential that a wall could fall down, that something could collapse. The best case scenario would be collapsing inside if it does, and we have heard some things, so probably some floors, some concrete have collapsed, but on the outside, if it were to fall out, that could be very, very bad. One for the parking garage across the street that's attached to the arena. On the other side, you have some beloved Intuition brewery. You also have Manifest Distilling. You've got a lot of nice businesses over there. So that would be something that people would be very, very concerned about. I want to show you over here. Let's walk over this way. At least tilt the camera over this way. And bear with us, because Hunter and I have been up since very, very early this morning, along with these firefighters, a lot of the police officers. So now you can see a mobile response unit from the American Red Cross. That's their disaster relief van. And they're coming here. Thankfully, nobody's displaced right now. In the future, some people are going to have to find a new place to live. But they are coming here to feed the firefighters and the first responders, because you have now probably close to 200 crews that have been out here working throughout the night, doing everything they can to make sure that everybody is safe in this area, to block off the roads, to keep this fire under control. So they're going to feed them. I know that 121 Financial Ballpark, they did something as simple as opening up their gates so that the police and the firefighters could use the bathroom in there, right? It seems very simple, but it goes a long way for people that have been here for now 14 hours. We're looking at about 14 hours right here. So this is just something that's going to be for the long haul. I was talking to Jacksonville Mayor Donna Deegan, as well as Fire Rescue Chief Keith Powers, and I said, look, when do we think this thing's going to be out? And they said, obviously you can't predict it, but we're looking at days here. So they are preparing for days. Let's go back over this way. Using drones. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has also devoted its unmanned aerial unit, so its drone unit. We had the JSO helicopter over here so that they could just heat-seeking technology. So truck. So all of that is going to help with this, but still, at the end of the day, this is a very, very long process. We do have crews. I know that you're asking, tracking down the permits, tracking down fire inspections, trying to find out who built this, and if they've built other apartment complexes or other buildings in town, or really anywhere, because obviously that's going to raise some safety concerns. So we're following all of that. We're working on it, and we're going to get you those details as soon as we can. So learning everything else, working to get you the details. This is a developing story. A lot of people have been here since about 9:30 last night. We're trying to get you the information we can. Hunter, we're going to zoom in one more time. Let me hop behind the camera and just kind of see what we're looking at. Okay, so yeah, you can see this is about an 80-foot tall building. So 7 stories, and then it had a real nice rooftop that was going to have a pool and a patio and grilling stations and all that stuff. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like much of that is going to survive here. You can see straight through the walls and the skies, and now we can see the stairwell. So much of this has burned out and causing a lot of problems. More details going to be on News4JAX.com, News4JAX Plus, and then I need to get off of this so that we can go live on TV, Channel 4 at 12 noon TV as well. So reach questions, reach out to us if you have any more information. But I do just want to end this by thanking our first responders, the firefighters, the police officers, the city workers, everybody who played a role in this. This has not been an easy firefight. They are making sacrifices. They are putting their lives in danger, literally in the line of fire to protect everyone here. So sincerely, from the bottom of our heart, we are appreciative of all of their efforts so far, and we hope that they continue to stay safe and healthy as they take on this really monstrosity of a fire. All right, thank you so much for tuning in.